Bit of a different video today. I'm gonna try and fix this Bissell Crosswave that is turning on, and the motor itself is powering up, but the actual brush is not. So the first thing the internet recommended to do is remove these plastic, really check to see what's going on in here. I think we can kind of see at first glance got quite a bit of stuff jammed up in here. I almost wonder if this is just clogged and that's why it's not turning. I guess there's a belt, a drive belt in there that could be stretched or broken. The only way we're gonna know is to open this thing up, so let's do that. Yeah, my guess at first glance is this thing is clogged. It's quite dirty. All right, now does that actually release this whole thing? I guess so. Wow, that's yikes. Show you what I'm looking at here. Guess we could first start out by cleaning that. I mean, I do have to take apart quite a bit more, but all of this, needless to say, needs to be cleaned off entirely. This needs to be cleaned, that needs to be cleaned. So once I get all this kind of wiped down and cleaned off, I'll start seeing how to take apart the rest of this so I can get access to what I assume is the motor behind this plastic. Okay. Oh boy, okay. Here's our drive belt. Doesn't appear that the belt is bad. Turning that and the belt is actually able to move freely. All right, yeah, so let me get this cover off here. So now with this unplugged, pop this motor out and see if, wow. Huh, well, that might be your problem there, huh? All that corrosion. So I guess water must have got in here. You can even see the dried stains in there. As I have taken this motor off and I've started to just play around with the multimeter a little more, I wanted to test continuity. Apparently the correct continuity for a motor like this is to have between 20 and 60 ohms going through the whole unit. And if I had an open line, then we would have a problem. However, I want you to take a look at something here. You got about 55 ohms going through here. So what I think has happened is that corrosion we saw when we took this apart, I think that has messed up the pins. Whoops. This corrosion here, I think it's got on the pins. I think if we clean these off a bit, we might be able to actually save this motor. I'm gonna have to go ahead and put new connectors on the actual wires. I'm gonna clean up the motor and see if we can't put it back in and get it working. All right. Actually found a test wire I use for other motors here. Let's see what we got. Oh, that works. That is great news, man. How good is that? So the motor actually works. It's just our connectors here. That, it looks like, yeah, you're probably not gonna be able to see, but it definitely looks a little corroded in there. So that's fantastic news. That means we get some new connectors on these wires here. This thing should be working perfectly fine. All right, so we got the new wire harnesses fitted here. Now I just want to do a quick test fit in here to make sure. Dang, all right. I mean, unless I bend them in. Probably not recommended, but I don't have any other fittings, so let's give it a shot. Moment of truth, I've got the motor back in. It's all wired up. New connectors, new everything. Plug this thing in and see what happens. All right, what we want to see is that spinning. All right, so that didn't solve it. That means the issue might be a little further back in the chain here. Unless, I'm wondering what this component does. I don't know any of the names off the top of my head. This is my first time breaking into a vacuum. But I'm wondering, maybe this is almost like an actuator of some kind, where once this body tips back, this activates, because it looks like this is connected to quite a few of these wires. I don't know what else could trigger that. Let's give it a test here. Tip it back a bit. Oh, there it is. Ah, all right. Well, that's working again. Okay, so I guess it must have been the corrosion that we saw on the side of the motor. And get this thing back together and give it a shot. See if it actually works as a full set. All right, so a quick update on the rest of the plant. I'm just gonna give this thing a quick deep clean in all of these crevices and this guy right here. Yeah, we should be able to put this back together and have a nice working vacuum. Hey, free to fix, the best kind of fix. Check your air filters, folks. This is, jeez. All right. Oh yeah, that's from the rest of the vacuum. This thing never really got cleaned. So here we got all the components laid out. Start getting this thing back together and actually test it while it's one whole unit for the first time. Test number one. Yeah. Oh! Like that. Perfect. It's fixed. There's just so much gunk throughout the entire machine that when water was trying to go through its correct channel, which is up into that tank, couldn't. So it was kind of seeping out in the weird places, and it must have seeped past the seals in this vacuum and wound up in the housing where the motor, the brush motor, was. So, hey, got a 180 hour mop for nothing. So, kind of nice. Good day. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.